$1 million mindset is not just about what we can get, but it's about who we can become and the reality that we can experience, and also how we can share that with others, whether that be your family, your descendants, your friends, the people you're connected to, the community you're in, causes that you care about. Really allowing yourself to have 7 figures as your norm, $1 million as your norm, opens up possibilities. And then you get to be the one who puts a stake in the ground about what you stand for and what you want to see in the world. It's almost like a tool in order to create the world that we want to see. But it really starts with you. Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. This is a quote by Jim Rohn, and although he's a little old school, wisdom is wisdom, okay? And today we're going to talk a little bit about unlocking $1 million mindset, really becoming the version of you that experiences the next level of success in your business. And I know this is going to get some haterade, and that's okay, because this is not going to be for everyone, and it's okay. One of the things, little side rant, one of the things that does it's just so annoying about social media in all of its forms is just how resistant people are to other points of view. If you don't want to create a certain level of experience in your life, if you don't want to do it through embodiment and energetics, and well, good luck. Go out there and work hard. Anyways, there's nothing against hard work, but also we have to talk about this other thing at play, because hard work is not the end all be all to creating $1 million. There is an aspect, and I would say this even goes deeper than mindset. This is a bait and switch situation, because what we really have to talk about is something so much deeper than just having a positive mindset. But before we get into that, let's talk about why $1 million. A very good friend of mine reached out, and we were just having a little text back and forth about, what it means to become a millionaire. And for most people, that has to do with like, oh, once I get $1 million, then I can, buy the big house, and I can do all the fancy things and buy the designer handbag and the luxury car and all of that. And those things are amazing. Your girl loves a designer handbag. Your girl loves a first class flight. But really what we're talking about is something so much deeper. And I think that this message is really timely. This conversation is really timely, because we are going to see some massive transitions in the next 1 to 5 years. And that transition looks like opportunities opening up for more people to have access to wealth. It looks like more people creating financial freedom. It looks like more people embracing having choice. And that choice means that we get to vote with $1. We already are voting with our dollars, in case you didn't know that. But what we're talking about when we're talking about $1 million mindset is really allowing yourself to receive financial prosperity and abundance in all its forms, whether that is your connections, your network, opportunities, etc. Really allowing yourself to open up to the possibility that you can be abundant at or above, beyond the 7-figure level. And by the way, this goes even beyond just making the money. I've worked with countless entrepreneurs who are at the 7-figure plus, 7-figure, 8-figure, and beyond level. And even at those levels, if you haven't done the inner work, it is not an easy experience because there could be constant fear of losing it. And also, it might not be in alignment. So, $1 million mindset is not just about what we can get, but really it's about who we can become and the reality that we can experience, and also how we can share that with others, whether that be your family, your descendants, your friends, the people you're connected to, the community you're in, causes that you care about. Really allowing yourself to have seven figures as your norm, $1 million as your norm, opens up possibilities. And then you get to be the one who puts a stake in the ground about what you stand for and what you want to see in the world. It is a way, it's almost like a tool in order to create the world that we want to see. But it really starts with you. So I mentioned this concept, though, of mindset, but ultimately we want to talk about alignment, because there are lots and lots of ways to make $1 million plus. I am not going to sit here and lie and say, I have the only way to make $1 million. No, there's a ton of different ways. But really, instead of just copying and pasting somebody else's strategy for success, I'm going to posit to you that alignment is so much more powerful. And here's why. Number one, when you are operating in alignment, number one, it feels so much better than trying to contort yourself to be someone else. The other piece is that once you actually have reached the destination, you will actually enjoy it. You'll still be fulfilled. And get this, you get to be fulfilled on the journey. It's not the destination. It's not the $1 million actually that creates the feeling or the sense of abundance. It is this knowing that that is inevitable because of who you are, who you have become. When you have become it, when you have become the version of you that experiences $1 million and beyond as your norm, then it's just a matter of time. Now, I hear, oh, this is just new age babble. Oh, this is just prosperity gospel repackaged. And I get that. Actually, I 100% get that, because I don't want to glorify that having the money makes you a better person. I don't want to put out there that, oh, once you have $1 million, all your problems will be fixed, because a lot of people think that way. And it's simply not true. I will be the first to say it. However, what we really have to understand is that money simply is amplifying who you are. Listen, I've been around some people that don't have money, and money is all they think about. Literally, they're judging people on how much money they have or don't have. And that can happen whether you have money or don't. Money just amplifies that. So what we want to experience is aligned money. We want to experience money that is in service to not only yourself, but also to the betterment of humanity as a whole. So one of the biggest barriers that I see, it's not one of the biggest barriers, it is the biggest barrier, because honestly, like, we have YouTube, we have AI, access to information is like, everybody has it, but yet not everybody's a millionaire. You can literally go right now and just ask AI, ask ChatGPT how to become a millionaire, and it will literally lay out a blueprint of how you can become a millionaire in a variety of forms. Because, by the way, there's more than one way. Like, millionaire can mean like you have assets that are worth $1 million, or you have income that is $1 million. There's lots of different definitions of being a millionaire. But anyway, you can go right now, YouTube, or ask AI to tell you the information of how to get to $1 million, how to create $1 million. But there's another aspect at play. And a lot of people think that this aspect is belief, limiting belief. It is an internal resistance to going out there and doing it. It's navigating the inner landscape on your way there, because inevitably challenges are going to come up. Inevitably things are going to happen, and you need to be prepared for that. But more importantly, your limiting beliefs are a reflection of your identity, who you believe that you are, and the limited perspectives that you place on what's possible from who you believe that you are. I'll give you a really good example of this that I experienced myself. I come from a small town in West Virginia where even the concept of someone making $1 million was not a thing. In fact, I can't say that I knew anyone growing up that was a millionaire. Maybe I did, but just didn't know it. Because actually, by the way, there are a lot of people who make millions and don't talk about it. Because why would they when there's just so much drama around it, right? So in my upbringing, the concept of being from West Virginia and making $1 million, that wasn't even something that I could fathom. I had in my mind, I'm from West Virginia. People from West Virginia don't make $1 million, right? And there's no way with that mindset, with that perspective, with those beliefs that I could create $1 million. I've now created multiple millions of dollars, but you get the point. So the thing that I have become absolutely one of the best in the world at is transmuting or alchemizing our limited perceptions and transforming them into possibilities. And we do this at the root, which is at the level of your identity. Aligning your identity, not just with the concept of $1 million, but also aligning it with what I'm going to call your essence. Okay. Your essence is this non-physical aspect of you that desires to express unique characteristics, unique frequencies, unique ways of being on this plane. Okay. When you align your identity, who you be in this world, with this blueprint, who you are here to be, it's like your cheat codes, your unique cheat codes to abundance on this plane. That is when you not only get to experience prosperity, but you also get to experience the fulfillment, the flow that comes with being in alignment. So we're not just talking about getting $1 million to make $1 million. What we're ultimately talking about is creating an external reflection of who you be. Now, for you, honestly, I'm not attached to whether that's, if you know, like, actually, I only need to make 200,000, 250,000 a year. And like, that feels aligned for me. This works. If you know you have a calling that is huge, that requires a big team and a lot of resources, and you know that maybe that requires multi-millions or even potentially billions for you, this also works. So ultimately, this is why I created Your Quantum Business. And if you didn't catch it, Your Quantum Business is now open for enrollment. This will be the last time that we enroll this year, and it is absolutely incredible. What I've done is I've taken a holistic approach. I have blended the spiritual and the practical so that you can take aligned action in a way that works for you, creating strategies in your business that really align and attune to who you are here to be, your unique gifts, your unique ways of being in this world. But the truth is that there are unique codes, there are unique experiences that you've had that ultimately need to be applied on this plane. So I decided to create this because I saw a real gap in the energetics conversation. I started with just teaching energetics, having so much assumption that, oh, people say they understand business. People, they think that they're coming with business. But then I realized over some time that there's a huge gap in the business foundations and understanding how to apply the basics of business in a way that works for you. Because the truth is that once you really understand the basics, there's a gazillion ways to apply them. And your success on just a financial level, it's this combination. The business basics part is simple, but it's this inner work aspect that is about 80%. It literally is 80% of your ability to create the vision that you have for yourself and for your life. So if you are interested in learning more, I'm going to highly recommend that you click below to learn more about your quantum business. And I cannot wait to see what you create from your energetic blueprint. See you next time.